Welcome back to another edition of Sounds Right Media. My name's Anthony.
And I'm Brian.
And we are here to give you a great video today, some great information, some great knowledge for that brain of yours. And before we get into it though, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, do the whole thing to help support the channel. Brian is a professional stock trader of 37 years, and he is here to help guide us on this journey of investments into becoming more wealthy. Right? I guess that's the game here. Get as much wealth as you can in the shortest period of time. Absolutely. And that's what this channel is here to do. So Brian and I are very bullish on a stock, and that stock is SRNE, Sorrento Therapeutics. And in light of its recent days, very red days for SRNE in the past, 5-6 days especially, it's very hard to be a bull. But Brian here and me, Brian and I, are going to enlighten some of you on reasons why you should be a bull and why you should remain to hold firm to your bullish outlook on the stock.
Absolutely. And that was one of the big things that you just finished with. Remain bullish.
Right.
Just because the stock is going down doesn't mean you turn negative or you turn bearish. And just because the stock's going up doesn't mean you just automatically turn bullish.
Yep. It's a hard market right now.
It is.
I mean, for real, stocks that were just going up all the time are absolutely getting torn down. We are starting over, it feels like, in some parts of the stock market.
Yeah, agreed. And honestly, Anth, a lot of the stocks that were in bull runs and had big spikes to the upside, I'd probably say a good 95, 99% are never going to see those highs again for this year or, for that matter, several years to come. Yeah. Because there was just a lot of hype behind them.
A lot of hype. And it was an easy,
momentum money.
The previous administration helped the stock market. I mean, we can't not acknowledge that fact. They were very pro stock market. So we're going to get into this information, and Brian, give us some reasons to remain steadfast on that bullish outlook for Sorrento Therapeutics.
Well, Anth, I can understand why a lot of people are, getting scared about this stock because it's declining, and you've got a lot of people on the message boards, specifically stock twits, where you've got the bears tweeting saying that there's nothing to this company, Dr. G's a scam,
it's a scam, yeah.
The whole company is a scam, and I get it. I've been doing this for a long, long time. But the difference is, if you understand why you own the company and the fundamentals behind it, you're not going to panic and sell out at the low point,
right?
And be one of those people that are selling low and buying high.
Right.
Fundamentals are always the key drivers behind a stock. Not only does this company have great fundamentals, the valuations are tremendous.
Okay.
After the recent decline here, the stock's come down from roughly a 2.7 billion market cap down to 2.3, pretty much as of today's close.
Right.
In my eyes, that's absolutely dirt cheap when we're talking about their GMAB library, probably one of the largest in the industry, if not the largest. It's probably worth $2.5 to $3 billion, if not more. So when I'm looking at a market cap right now sitting at 2.3 billion, everything else they have in my eyes is just simply a bonus.
Yep.
What really draws me to them is they've got such a massive pipeline. And when I mean massive, I mean huge.
Right.
11 programs related to COVID-19 for prevention, diagnosis, and treatment. Now, obviously, all those programs aren't going to get approved, but to me, that's absolutely a huge bonus.
And I know that there's a lot of people who are saying, COVID's going to go away. Yeah. And then this will be obsolete. There's no reason for this. Guys, do you actually think COVID's going away? I mean, let's look at the flu. The flu, just like COVID, will end up being a seasonal type of thing.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
We are going to continue to need treatments. Flu treatments are always being sought after, and we are getting new vaccines every year.
Yep.
There's always new things coming down the pipeline for the flu. COVID will be no different. COVID is here to stay. We are not getting rid of it. So anything that can help us cope with COVID, deal with COVID, fight COVID, is a bonus, especially in terms of Sorrento Therapeutics and raising that stock price.
Yeah, absolutely. Prevention, identification, and treatment. COVID sticks. Well, there's a lot of competition for COVID sticks. Maybe, but the difference is Sorrento's is going to be cost effective.
Yep.
It's going to be at home and you're going to get the results in 15 minutes
Yep.
or less. Now, by having that and having that knowledge and knowing, you can now get the proper treatment for it.
Yep.
Vaccines, first generation, second generation, third generation. Pfizer also now is saying you might have to have a third shot, a booster, because of the South African and Brazil strains. So the people that say, already 100 million have been dosed on the vaccine or given the vaccine, it's not going to matter if the whole country has, because there's going to continue to be COVID-19 different variants, and there's always going to be a need for what Sorrento's bringing to the table.
And there's also, on the treatment side of things, Sorrento's got their hands in that too. The vaccine is going to limit how sick you can get. It's not going to stop you from getting ill. It also doesn't stop you from spreading it. It's basically like an it's an mRNA vaccine, but it's going to help your body fight it. It's not going to prevent you from getting it. And there's going to be treatments needed. Sorrento has their hands in the treatments.
Yeah, and speaking of treatments, just yesterday it was reported that the ninth patient that was in ICU for COVID-19, and specifically for patients suffering from ARDS, acute respiratory distress syndrome, they went from the ICU to being discharged after 3 treatments of stem cell infusions.
Yeah.
So also now what's happening is, because of this here, now, and this was just came out, the FDA is now working with a placebo-controlled for phase 2 in the United States, Brazil, and Mexico, and Sorrento is going to be seeking at some point EUA, Emergency Use Authorization. So not only do you have the COVID stick, with EUA, you're going to be having this at some point in the relatively near future. So the bears want to say there's nothing cooking with this company. I think the fundamentals are absolutely tremendous.
It sounds bad, but you got to have a little faith. You got to have a little faith in the company that they're going to get even one of these things approved. And I think we're going to see price increases. And once it starts happening, it's going to be parabolic. I truly think that you're going to miss the boat. It could be, right? I mean,
it could be. And here, just here over the last couple of days, during Benzinga's Small Cap Biotech Conference, the CEO, Dr. Henry G, said there's multiple products, meaning to me at least 2 products in late stage clinical development.
Wow.
Is he just completely lying about all this here?
No.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think you could. That'd be illegal.
Yeah. And then also he said at that same conference that they've got 5 manufacturing facilities in the United States, 1 in China. We've talked about and touched about this here before. They've got not only a ton of things in the pipeline, they've got the ability to manufacture this. And that's a big thing when it comes to biotech companies, the ability to manufacture things.
Right. So a couple other big things that could potentially be
catalysts.
Yeah, catalysts coming in the future here. We got 11 programs related to COVID-19 prevention, diagnosis, and treatment, as we previously mentioned. 7 programs in immunotherapy, 2 programs in pain therapy, and 2 programs in lymphatic delivery for autoimmune and cancer.
Anth, what you just discussed there, to me, it's pretty amazing, really, when you think about it. Their pipeline is really, really big, and I think it's really solid. That's the difference between Sorrento and a lot of other biotech companies that are of this size. Some other great things that they have, partnerships.
Yes.
They've got 4 really nice partnerships. Yuhan Corporation, one of the largest Korean pharmaceutical companies. They've been around for 80 years in Korea. You've got Lee Pharmaceutical, a biopharm company with over 20 years of operation.
Wow.
In China. They've got 14 products that are marketed in China currently.
Okay.
You've got Cellularity, which is a spin-off from Celgene, Celgene being a big-time biotech player. And you've got Mabpharm Biopharma, a company focusing on R&D and production of new drugs and biobetters for cancer and autoimmune disease. So, it's a big time company here as far as I'm concerned. It's not like it's a bunch of fluff.
Right.
They've got real products in the pipeline.
Real partners, real products, yeah.
And, not to mention, 5 facilities, manufacturing facilities here in the United States, 1 in China. They've got a lot going for it. So the fundamentals, we believe the fundamentals of this company are very strong, and the stock, we believe, is quite undervalued at these levels.
It's so much potential.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, dog.
Yes.
Not only do they have the COVID sticks, which we are waiting for that EUA authorization, they also have COVID Trace. And same type of thing. They're doing the EUA application, right?
So well, it's expected.
That's
right.
expected?
Correct.
So 2 giant things that could be coming in the near future as well.
And a few more interesting things here we'll touch on, then we'll wrap things up. How about COVID Track? You know, you mentioned the COVID Trace and COVID Stick. COVID Track, it's in final manufacturing and clinical testing. That's another big thing that, you know, could be coming down the pipe anytime soon.
Okay.
And that's a next generation antibody test. You also have phase 3, which is the pivotal phase of any trial that they're running. They've got advertisement for non-small cell lung cancer.
Yes.
Non-small cell lung cancer. Phase 3.
Yep.
And we keep on hearing that these guys have nothing. Not to mention, you also have in pain management, you've got RTX epidural route for intractable pain in advanced cancer. That's in phase 2.
Yep.
And also you've got same type of application you've got for osteoarthritis.
Sorrento is an undervalued company right now.
And Anthony, you know what? There's nothing that says the stock can't go to 7, go to 6, go to 5. It could. None of us know the future of the stock. It did have a double bottom on the charts from March 5th, where it bottomed out at 790. Today it got as low as 792 before closing up over into the 830-ish range. We don't know where the stock's going from day to day, but what we do feel confident is this is a stock that's going higher in the fullness of time, and we firmly believe the fundamentals back this company up based on not just what's in their pipeline, but also based on valuations. So we think anywhere from this point lower, 8, 7, 6, we feel it's a very strong buy and a long-term hold for portfolios that are looking for long-term type of play.
Right, and not only that, who was it that set a price target of like $35 recently?
Yeah, I think it might have been Wainwright. Wainwright.
Yep. So HB Wainwright set a price target, and this is fairly new, like within the last month or so, right?
Yeah.
$35 price target. I mean, people are seeing the value in this company. 35 from here, that's a nice chunk of change.
And let's not also forget, back in January 2020, you had a private equity bid for this company at $7 a share. So since then, you've got all these new COVID products, and the pipeline's gotten nothing but stronger.
All right, so to wrap this up, tie a little bow on it, send it packing. Brian, what is this stock? Is this a buy, sell, hold? What you doing?
I love it. It's a buy. I think this price weakness presents a great buying opportunity. As we said in our last video on Sorrento, we thought it could come down, test out the 100, 200. We said we'd be buyers legging into it.
Yep.
It dropped into the actually upper 7s today. I've been buying steadily on the way down, slowly piecing my way in, and I'll continue to be a buyer even if it drifts back down into the 7s.
So there you have it, guys. Be sure to like the video, comment down below, share it if you can. Share the video with your friends, family, anybody you want to know what Sorrento Therapeutics has coming in the future. Thank you for watching today. I'm Anthony.
And I'm Brian.
We'll see you next time.